Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich with Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you our 2010 season preview for the Washington Redskins. A lot of turnaround in D.C. after a 4-12 year. The Jim Zorn era has ended. Here comes the Mike Shanahan / Donovan McNabb era, bringing that great offense he provides to the D.C. area. Of course, quarterbacks McNabb. They bring in two new running backs to back up Clinton Portis, Larry Johnson, and Willie Parker. Portis is only 29 years old. Those two other guys are actually older than Clinton Portis, which is shocking. Fullback Mike Sellers is always a beast. So what do you think about their quarterback and running back?
Well, McNabb is definitely an upgrade over Jason Campbell because he doesn't hold on to the football as long as Campbell does. And the running back position is going to be fine if Portis is healthy. Portis had his best years under Shanahan. That's yards per carry. Granted, he was younger.
29 touchdowns in 2 years with Shanahan in Denver.
Right, and granted, he was 20 and 21 at the time. But still, Portis to me is an elite running back. He just needs that. This is going to be the perfect system for him. That one cut downhill running, and that's why the other two backs I think fit fine in the backup role. Are they willing to be backups? Larry Johnson and Willie Parker. Willie Parker is a slip tackle away from a touchdown. He has a lot of speed, and Larry Johnson, you could bring him in to finish games. He's still solid as a running back, even though he's 30.
94.4 yards per game last year. That was ranked 27th in the NFL, which really needs to improve. And it's amazing because they still had the 7th rated red zone TD percentage offense. So with a bad rushing game, they were still putting in the end zone. You know why? Because they have weapons such as Chris Cooley, Fred Davis stepped up. Those are the two tight ends. Santana Moss is a smaller receiver, but they're still waiting for Devin Thomas and Malcolm Kelly to come alive. Maybe they'll have a resurrection under Shanahan. So when it comes to their McNabb's weapons, they're there.
Yeah, that's why bringing Galloway over was key, because now you have a veteran to go along with Santana Moss, and that way you allow those young guys, Devin Thomas and Malcolm Kelly, to come along slowly or really step up. Because if they don't step up, then you have Galloway, can still get deep at 38 years old, and you have Moss, who can still get deep. They have the best tight end combination in the division with Cooley and Fred Davis, who stepped up huge last year. And the offensive line, picking up Jamal Brown was huge. Now you're able to put Jamal Brown at right tackle, and now you have your rookie Williams at left tackle, Trent Williams at left tackle. So now you have your bookends to protect the investment in McNabb. And I like the fact that Mike Williams, a guy that was out of the league, a former first-round bust, played exceptionally well at right guard. So that is key.
Yeah, they were a mess last year. That offensive line was a mess. Casey Robach is okay. Derek Dockery, but like you said, Jamal Brown, when he's healthy,
huge. He's the man.
They also pick up Artis Hicks, who's a backup last year. So for Minnesota, so I mean, he comes in and he might be a backup or starter for Jamal Brown or Trent Williams if anything falters. So it's a good backup plan.
Well, I do like
for Washington.
I like Chad Reinhardt as well too, a guy that's solid depth, and Edwin Williams, another guy that has some good depth for the Redskins.
You don't have your undrafted rookie free agent?
Not at the O-line. I think they did a great job with. Jamal Brown is going to prove to be huge. Watch, you'll see.
Yeah, that's definitely. He was one of the premier in the league before he got injured. For the Saints, Kyle Shanahan is calling the shots, and he led the #1 pass offense in the league last year in Houston. Of course, he had Matt Schaub and Andre Johnson, but he will definitely improve that pass game and everything else on that offense with the Shanahan family running the offense. Defensive side of the ball, it's Jim Haslett, and it's 3-4 disgruntled defensive tackle Albert Haynesworth. He does not want to be a space eater. He wants to get to the quarterback. So who knows what they're going to do there. This is why they also picked up Carolina nose tackle Makami Kimiotu. He can play nose tackle. Adam Carricker from St. Louis, former first-round draft pick. He might be able to play D tackle, but who knows what they're going to do there. Carricker could also play outside. Philip Daniels is going to play outside. But this is going to open the door. Arapaho had an okay year last year, but he is going to fit in the system, the 3-4 outside linebacker, a lot better. So look out for him to break out. Rocky McIntosh and London Fletcher, always valuable in the middle. And on the other side, they're going to have Andre Carter, who played great as a 4-3 end, but he'll learn the position of the outside linebacker.
Well, that's the question. How good can he be at outside linebacker? That's something we've never seen him do. How can he be? He was great at the end. So if he can make the transition, that's going to make the defense that much better. Look for Arakpo to have a breakout year. Just simple instructions, just rush the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
That is going to be great for him.
And yeah, he played surprisingly well in the 4-3. So I mean, now it's just simpler for him.
Right. It's going to be, you're going to see a lot of sacks from Arakpo. Also, defensive line. How well can Hainsworth play in the 3-4? You mentioned that he wants to get to the quarterback and rush the quarterback. Well, if you want to be sexy, you should have lost weight and became a defensive end. But your D tackle, suck it up, play on the line and play with aggression. He's an aggressive player. He can't play in the nose spot. He can't play at the 5 technique. So he's talented. And I'm interested to see how Adam Carricker does with a change of scenery, coming over with Hazlitt, who drafted him in St. Louis. I'm just interested to see, can he take the next step? And Kedrick Golston, look for him to play nose tackle and end this year for the Redskins. Versatile athlete.
A lot of options, but a lot of question marks also with Carter, Carricker, Hainsworth, if he'll still be there. Secondary, D'Angelo Hall, a little upsetting, but he's still a pretty good cover corner. Carlos Rogers really doesn't get too many interceptions, so not the sexiest cornerback duo right there. Phillip Buchanan will try to be their nickel. He'll compete with Justin Tryon. Strong safety LaRon Landry will play more closer to the line, and he'll blitz a little more, along with Chris Horton out of UCLA, who had a great rookie season a couple years ago. So Jim Haslett likes to use those safeties in the box. He likes to do a lot of things with them instead of just cover all the time. So maybe Haslett can have an influence in the secondary that's very average.
Yeah, keep an eye on that safety battle between Reed Doughty and Chris Horton. I think Doughty has an inside track to win that job. Horton really has regressed since that outstanding rookie campaign. Also, you look at the secondary, they added some depth. I like that fact that they brought in Phillip Buchanan, Marcus McCauley out of Fresno State, a guy that I really like coming out of college, and I like them a lot in Minnesota. So he's going to provide some depth, maybe a nickel back or a dime back for the Redskins, and he can also blitz off the corner. So they're going to have to get more production out of Rodgers. I think what you get out of D'Angelo Hall, a guy that can catch interceptions, that's vocal, that can make big plays in the passing game, but they really need those two corners to step up and make plays overall consistently throughout the game.
Well, Danny Smith, their special teams coordinator this year, but last year they had a problem in the kicking game. Sean Tweesham wasn't the best. Graham Gano looks like he should take over. Josh Bidwell from Tampa Bay comes over as their punter, and their kick return and punt return game was very dismal last year. 30th in punt returns, 24th in kick returns. So where are they going to get the spark here?
Well, that's why they drafted Terrence Austin out of UCLA, a guy that can return kicks. So keep an eye on him. Also, you might want to keep an eye on undrafted rookie free agent. Shanahan picks him up. Running back Keelan Williams out of LSU. He did return kicks and punts at LSU. Did it well. And he can also catch the football out of the backfield. So that's something to watch. They really have to upgrade that aspect of their game, especially the kicking aspect. That's going to be a key thing for the Redskins if they want to take that next step to the top of the division.
Well, the Redskins look like a very improved team, which could make this a 4-horse race instead of 3-horse race in the division. But Shanahan's only first year, so stay patient, DC.
I like Washington. I like Washington make some noise. Adding Jamal Brown.
What if they lose Hainsworth? Are you saying this with Hainsworth as an impact player?
Hainsworth was hurt half the time last year anyway. So I mean, the defense was still fine. It wasn't the defense problem that they didn't get to the playoffs. It was the fact that they couldn't offensive line. So adding Jamal Brown, bringing in Trent Williams, letting Mike Williams start at guard, bringing in McNabb that's going to get rid of football quickly, adding Galloway. Redskins are going to surprise a lot of people.
Will they adapt to the zone blocking scheme?
That's
I don't know.
better.
Shanahan's a genius.
That zone blocking scheme is great for rookie tackles. So that's something that the Redskins may surprise people.
And who knows? You're probably going to be talking about Fred Davis if Cooley didn't get injured last year. So now all of a sudden they have the best tandem tight end in the league.
Right.
Fred Davis, we were waiting for him to break out just like Vernon Davis last year for tight end. So Fred Davis really coming on. He's not Vernon Davis, but he's very good compliment to Cooley.
Washington can make the playoffs.
For more, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.